Hello, you're welcome. It's Henry the computer guy, and in this video I want to show you how you can use WPS Office onto your computer and a mobile phone. But specifically we are going to begin with a computer. So now, what does WPS stand for? So WPS Office is an office suite for Microsoft Windows, Mac OS, Linux, iOS, Android, etc. It depends on the operating system that you're having. And for our case, we are having Windows, so we shall use Windows and an Android phone because we are going to be making, let's say, a difference on, let's say, the Windows computer and an Android phone. So now, before we actually use it, what does it do? So WPS Office is made up of actually three primary components. That is the WPS Office Writer, the WPS as in the presentation, and the WPS spreadsheet. And it also provides us with an additional, that is the WPS, the PDF, the portable document file or format. Now, first of all, we need to have it onto our computer. How do we get it? We shall download it over the internet. So now you're seeing down here that my computer is connected to the internet. I'll look for what we call a web browser. And a web browser is that software that can allow you to surf the internet or view web pages over the internet. For example, you can have Internet Explorer, you can have Google Chrome, you can have Baidu, you can have Netscape Navigator, Mozilla Firefox, and others. But for our case, we are going to be using Google Chrome. So let's double click on it and see how we can download it over the internet. So that is how we can get it over the internet. For example, we shall come and look for Google, then we shall type there WPS download for the PC. So that means that it is going to be able to work onto our PC. Then when this one comes, you'll actually be seeing free download WPS Office 2016-2020 for PC, Android, and others. So you click on it. So when you click on it, you'll be seeing this download option. So you will download the software. And for my case, I'm not going to download it because I already installed it onto my computer. But I'm going to show you how you can access it after downloading. Let's close this one or minimize this. So when you after downloading it, you'll come to your computer. Let's say start. You'll come to PC or my computer and come to the download section. So when you come to the download section, you'll come and look for the programs. So when you click on the programs, you'll open it. Then you'll be able to find your downloads here. For example, WPS Office, and it is the one that we are going to be trying onto our desktop computer. So now let's also close this one because we have seen how we can access our downloads. So if you also want to download it, you will come and double click on it and you will download or it will install onto your computer. So now we have seen how we can see our downloads. Let's try using it because I've already installed it onto my computer and it will bring for you the WPS Office and the WPS PDF. Remember, I've told you that it will provide you with even an addition of a PDF, changing, let's say, some of the documents you have created into a portable document format. So now let's open it and see. So we click on it here, it will load like that and it will display the information. It has some of the items here, for example, home, we have new, for example, you want to create a new document, you want to open some of documents that you have already created before, you can open them from here. You can also work as a team on some documents. That means that you first of all have to create a team. Then others are also here, for example, apps, but specifically some of these ones are supposed to be downloaded and some of them are supposed to be paid for. Not everything here that is supposed to be for free. It is some of them are supposed to be paid for. But for our case, we are going to be basing on, let's look at the home. How we can create the document, the spreadsheet, the presentation, even converting it to a PDF. Remember, I've told you that it provides you the writer, the presentation, and the spreadsheet. And this is the writer, the spreadsheet, then the presentation. Let's first of all begin with a document. You have to click on it, then it will provide you with its content. And it has some of the templates that are already there. A template is like a document that is pre-designed for you. You can make modifications out of it. Some of these ones are free, but others are supposed to be paid for. So you just click on the one that you want to try using. If they tell you that it has to be paid for, then you have to pay for it. Then if it is free, then you can as well modify the information which is there. But for our case, we are going to be trying to use the blank. For example, this is it. You will load it and it will actually work for you. For example, if I say Henry, the computer guy. So So I can as well highlight the information and make some modifications here. For example, I can increase the size, I can increase the size, I can put it in the center, I can even change this one to Times New Roman. I can put it to Times New Roman. Sorry, undo. I can come here, then I type Times New Roman. Then having done that, I can make it bold. I can even change the color. It depends on everything that you need to put there. That is it. So now I can also copy some of the information I'm having in another document, for example, I've ever created, and paste it here. For example, down here we have, let's say, Word, and it has some content here. I can come and copy, let's say, fight against corruption. I can come and copy this information. Let's say, right click and copy, then come back to our WPS. I say Ctrl V, or I click here on paste. It will bring that information just there for me. So that is how we can use a WPS Office Word or Writer. So now I can save this one by clicking on Ctrl S. So when I click Ctrl S, it will ask me where I want to save my work. Let's say on my cloud, let's say internet, let's say over, let's say my computer. I can pick any drive I need, let's say on my desktop or my documents. And in my case, I'm going to save on the desktop. I can call it, let's say, my doc. Then I can save it onto the desktop. You can as well go and look for it if it is there. Let's minimize this and try to look for it, and it is there. That is why it is showing us the W. Now, let's come back. Having done our document, we can also try to, let's say, look a little on the spreadsheet. So you can come here and say, I want to create a spreadsheet. It also has some of the templates you can pick from. There are many here, but for our case, we are going to try using the blank, and we shall load that. So for example, we have some of the names of our students. For example, I have SST, I have science, I have, let's say, math. I can have also English. So let me change this one. Let me move one T, SST. Then I can have the total. I can have the average. Then I can come and put some information there. Let's say John. I can put, let's say, Julie. I can put, let's say, Jane. I can put, let's say, Peter. I can put some marks here, 23. I can say this just for purposes of illustration. I can put some here like that. Let me say put that. I can come to math. I also add some information there, just like that, just like that. I can put English. I can put this. Let's say you're a teacher, you wanted to make some calculation. Let's say you totaling some marks for your students, you can as well use this. So you can say equals, then I say I want the summation. I'll say sum, then I click on it. I highlight those ones I want to, let's say sum. I click enter. Then I can fill all these ones using that one. Then I can come to the average equals average. Then I can come and select my average. I can come and say average of these. I press enter. I can also fill these ones. That means that whenever you can change anything, let's say if I change this one to, let's say, a 50, it will automatically change the values this side. It has that feature. That is Excel. You can also add, let's say, a row by inserting, let's say, right click and say insert one row. It will also come above. You can do anything that you feel you want. I can come down here and I say, let's say I wanted to look for the highest mark. I can also look for the lowest. Then I can come here, I will say equals max. Then I click on this, then I will come and drag. They will get for me the highest mark in that subject. I can also drag to these other subjects. I want the lowest equals min. Let's say I can drag the range I want to use, enter. I can come and say up to here. Then I can decide to put some of the borders onto my work by highlighting the whole work. I'll come and say put all borders. That is specifically how we can use also the spreadsheet in a WPS. We can also Ctrl S, click Ctrl S and save it on our desktop. Let's say my spread. Let's say I click OK. So if I already have something there, let me just replace it there. I can come back and see whether it is there. So we can also look for my spread. my M. Look for M, my spread. It is actually here. So we have my spread. We can also try using another one. Let's close this one and go to the presentation. So when you come to the presentation, you also click on the presentation. We have many of the templates here. I told you some are free and some are supposed to be paid for. So let's use that one of a blank. So when I use that one for the blank, I'll come and say I have some topic I want to talk about. I'll come and get, let's say, a presentation. I'll come and type, for example, I have some information in my document here I want to use. So I want to, let's say, talk about the fight against corruption. I can copy this heading. I'll come and paste it here. Let's say it is there. I can come and post the definition also here. I'll come and copy it from some other places. Then I'll say copy. I'll come and include it here. So we can also put another page or another slide by coming to our home. Then you come and say new slide and put a slide. If at all you wanted to change the layout of a slide, let's say, you can come and change the layout from here. You want a comparison, you want a two, let's say, content, you want a two content, you also want a blank slide, you want a, let's say, a two content, let's say a blank. You can pick any of these ones that you feel you want. So you can come and say, I want a two content. Let's say a title and content. I'll come and pick from these ones. Then you come and say copy, Control C. Then you come and to your Word. Then Control V for pasting. You can put it in the center if you feel you want. You can also come and get some other points here. You copy them from here. Copy, Control C. You come and include them here into your document. You can as well highlight them and remove these other bullets by putting it on none, such that we remain with only those ones. So that's how we can put information there. Let's put another one slide and we stop on that one. So we come back to home, we put a new slide, that title and content. I'm going to copy some content from here. I'll copy the causes of corruption, Control C, then I'll come back here, Control V, I put it in the center. Then I'll come back and get some other points here, copy, Control C. Then I come back to my WPS, I say Control V. So I can select the whole of it and remove the bullets, put it on none. You can also change a different type of bullet. So that is how you can actually put some information there. And if at all you wanted to put some pictures, you can come and say insert, then you come to picture. Can pick from a file. For example, you know where your pictures are saved onto your computer, my desktop, my documents. You can pick any. But I already opened a folder here that has some of the images. I can say I want to copy an image from my folder. Let's say I want to copy this one. I'll just drag and paste it where I want. Let's say that one. Then if at all you wanted to add another one, you'll come to this one. Then copy, for example, I want to add this one there. I can put it here. Let me go to my slide 2. I'll also get it, get an image there. I can paste this one there. Let me see, I put it like that. If I also wanted to put here, I can come back to my folder, select any image that I feel I want. Then I'll come and drag and paste it wherever I feel I want. You can even change some of slide transitions. We will say, let's say you want this, it can as well do that. Or we can pick them from above here. Now, having put our images, we can also decide to put some of the designs. You can pick any design that you feel that is good for you, like that. You can pick this one, it is favorite for you. You can just go, I think I'm going to use this. It can give a good look to your presentation. Having put all our design, we can as well try to put some transitions. What is a transition? A transition is specifically that change that occurs as one slide changes to another. You have one slide, as it is changing from this one to this one, how will it do? So those are some of the items we can put there. We can click on it and let's say give it this one. We can come on to this one, give it another one. You pick any of that one that you feel you want. Those are some of the transitions. You can also talk about some of the animations. You can click on any word that you feel you want. For example, our definition. Then I'll come and select an animation. An animation is a life you give to an object. It can be a word or an image. So I can say, let's say blind. That is how it will do. Then I come to this one. I can pick it. So by the way, for any animation, you first have to select an item you want to give an animation. I can even give it to a picture here. That the way we have it here. then animation, I can give it to this. Then I come back to this one and select the title. For example, I give it this, the blinds. I can come and also give these points any, just like that. I can also give the picture, the animation, just like I've done to others, just like that. Can come and select the last slide. I select the heading, I come to animations, then I can come to others, can come to this one. Let's I give these ones also. I'll come and see this resolve, then I can give the picture also the animation, and I'll come and select them from here, specifically just like that. So this is actually how you can create your presentation. You can even add if you wanted to add a table, you can come and say I want a table, let's say how many columns, how many rows. It depends specifically the way you use your Office onto the other computer. It's the way we can use the WPS. It is doing the same item. Now we can also try to save this one. So Ctrl S for saving, and we can save it on my desktop, and specifically I call it my, let's say, present, my present, just like that. I click OK, then it is going to take it to my desktop as the way we've seen it. It is here. So that is how we can actually use the WPS to create either a document or a spreadsheet or a presentation. We can also try using the PDF. Let's say we have some information we want to convert in form of a PDF. You can actually try using the PDF option, and you can come and let's say select the type of document. For example, I can come. There are many here. You can convert from let's say PDF to Word, let's say PDF edit, let's say PDF to Excel, and picture, let's say PDF to picture, any that you feel you want. Let's select one of the documents that we have done and put them to, let's say, PDF. And I'm going to pick my present. My present. It has been in PowerPoint. I want to make it in form of a PDF format. I'll come and select it. Then I say open. It will have to bring that content for me, just like that. You give it some time. It is just like that, and I want to save this one as a PDF. So I will save, Ctrl S, then it will actually go to my desktop as a PDF. You're seeing file type here, it is in form of a PDF. Let's say I can call it PDF, my present PDF, then I say save. It is actually going to convert that information in form of a PDF. Just like that. You're seeing it here. It is just now. So now we can as well let's say let's open it and see. Yeah, just like that. It is in form of a PDF now. You're seeing the pages here. It is trying to actually move. It is in form of a PDF, but moving just like that. So it is actually Henry the Computer Guy, and in this video we have actually talked about how we can use a writer, how we can use a presentation, and how we can use the spreadsheet, then finally the PDF. So, hello, you're welcome. It's Henry the Computer Guy, and we have now switched to our mobile phone. We want to see how we can use the WPS onto our phone, specifically to create a presentation. We can also create a spreadsheet. We can also create a document there, but we are specifically going to base on a presentation. Now, what do you need first? You need to first of all install WPS onto your mobile phone by going to the Play Store and download it from there. So you'll come and let's say we search for the Play Store. It is there. Then we come and put our WPS. So now when it comes, you look out for what we call WPS Office Word Doc PDF. So you can install it onto your phone. So now I'm not going to install it because I already have it onto my phone. So we shall just continue. Let's search for our WPS on our screen. So we can say WPS. Then we click on it, it will open just like that. And I'm now already signed in as Henry the Computer Guy. So now we can see some of the files that we already have there. Some are spreadsheets, some are PowerPoint, some are PDFs, and others. So we want to see how we can actually create ours. You can even open, let's say, other files. Let's say you want to open a Word document, PowerPoint, Excel, PDF, text, and others. You can also get contents from your device or from this device, from your SD card or the memory card, from the cloud. Let's say you have information over the internet. You can also go to your Google Drive and use it from there. Let's say you have some information from the recycle bin. There are many, let's say from the downloads, WhatsApp, Telegram, and My Documents. You can access them wherever you feel you want. But for our case, we want to see how we can create a new, let's say, document or a presentation into WPS on our phone. So we shall click onto this plus symbol that we see here. Then it will ask us, what exactly do you want to create? So I've said that we can create all these ones, but for my case now, for the video or on the phone, I'm going to use the presentation. So I will select the presentation. That is how it will display the information. And we have some other types of the templates. Remember, I told you that a template is something that is pre-designed for you. You can make modifications from it. And I told you that many of them are paid for while others are free. So if you find it when it is free, then you can use it and modify it. If you find it when it is supposed to be paid for, then you have to be buying it. So for our case, we are going to be using a blank. Let's click on blank. And now when we click on our blank, it gives us a slide. Remember, these pages in PowerPoint or presentation are called slides. So it is asking us now to double tap. So assuming that we want to write about something, so I'll come and click, let's say, onto this one. I'll come and say, let's say I want to type about corruption. I'll click that. Then if I want to give a simple definition there, I'll come and double tap again and say, let's say that this refers, let's say, to the dishonest, let's say, or fraudulent, or fraudulent, let's say, conduct, let's say, by those in power, let's say, typically involving in bribery. Simple as that. Then you click aside. That means that our slide is now done. We need another slide. We can come and say new slide. You add another slide. So when you come to adding another slide, it will give you some of the slides you can select from. For example, you need a title and content. I come and select title and content. Let's say I want to say, let's say, the ways. Double tap. I would say ways in which, let's say, corruption is practiced. Simple as that. Then we can come down here. Let's say, write some of the answers. Let's say through bribery. Through bribery. Then press enter and go to the next line. Let's say through extortion. Let's say enter, you go to the next line, you say through, let's say, nepotism. Let's say we can say through embezzlement. Through, let's say, embezzlement. Just like that, we can continue. Just we want to make it brief. We want to, let's write on another slide, and we stop on that one. Let's say we double tap to put, let's say, the causes of corruption. Let's say we come down, double tap. Let's say we have greed for money. Greed for, let's say, money. Let's say greed for money. We can press enter and say, let's say, low economic freedom. Let's say enter, we put another, let's say, low press freedom. Say press freedom. So just like that, we are now going to actually use 3 slides for our illustration. Now, let me come back to the first slide. We can actually start putting some of the contents that we want. For example, I can click on these tools. I can come and say, I want to, let's say, put a shape. You pick a shape that you want. Let's say you can put the shape somewhere. You can even drag it and put it in the corner up there. For example, if you wanted to use it, then you can even give the words the color by selecting them. Then you click on them and let's say change the color of these words. You can even make them more bold. Let me say I want the heading. I want to change the spacing or the size. I can also change the spacing or the size. You click on everything that you actually want. I want to make this the heading 80. I will click that, or 96. It will become bigger. Then I click back. I can as well select this one. I make it, let's say, italic. It depends on what I feel I want. I can back and put, let's say, a text box to write something there. I can even insert a table. I can even insert many items here. You insert. You want to insert, let's say, transitions. You can come and say, I need a transition onto this one. It will actually be this. It will show you the transition. You want to wipe, it will show that. Let me put this one. Then I can as well come to the design. I can choose some of the designs that I feel like I want to use. Let's say I want to use that one, or I want to use this. So it will depend on actually what you feel you want. There are more other colors for the background designs that you can select from. So you want to use this one, I can use that. So you see my shape is also there. Then we can minimize this and go back to second slide. I can as well do the same for this. I can pick, let's say, the design. I use this. Then I can put some transitions there. I can put onto that one. You see, this is the way it will play. Then it will come out as that one. I can use it as a push. Then I can come to some of the designs I've already put. I can come to the last slide. We can as well come back to the tools. We change, let's say, the designer as well. We can put something else. Let's say this one. It will lay that one. Minimize that. I can come and let's say put the transition onto some of the words here that we actually, you can make this one bold. I can give it a color. Can come to these ones. I give them, let's say, blue. I can come back to another, let's say, second slide. This is black. I can, let's say, give it some other changes. I put it in the middle, just like that. So I can even make it bold. I can give it a color just like that. Then we can come back down. I can decide to also put a picture into my work by selecting it from my WhatsApp, for example, or my computer or my phone. Let's say if I'm on the first slide, for example, I want to put a picture here to represent, let's say, corruption. I'll come to insert picture. I'll select, let's say, the picture I want. Then I can even preview the way it will look like. Then I can say, okay. So they will give it to me into my work or presentation. I can decide to make it smaller. So I can put it wherever I feel I want. You know, corruption is making people to look like this. So people are actually eating people's money instead of actually investing in people. They're using the money for their own good. So we can actually try to bring this one closer down. I can even start or rotate anything that I feel I want onto a slide. So I can put this one. I can also rotate it a little by putting it just like that. I can even change just like that. I can scroll just like that. I can even put it up. So just corruption, and I design my presentation the way you're seeing it. This is slide 2, this is slide 3. I can put a text box and write something there. For example, we also want to put that image here. We can come and select it again. Let me see whether I have another image. Let's say if someone has been, let's say, we can put any picture that we feel we want to put there. Sorry. So actually, let me use one pic for that. It's here. I can select it. I can say okay. So they will give it to me even on another slide. I can make the size smaller. Just to bring out what I want. So that is how we can actually create a presentation onto a phone or a mobile phone. You can come up here where we have done. You can undo the change you have done, or you can redo. That means that you can reverse the action, then bring the action back. So I can say save, and I give it a name. Let's say I can call it let me call it corruption. Let me call it corruption. So you can say save it to your phone. It is now saved. So you can as well be looking through some other items. You can, let's say, you can delete some, you can put a background, you can even crop something that you want. For example, this pic, and I crop it to any size that I feel I want. So it can allow you to do what? To do that change that you feel you want to put on it. Then you can also bring some information from other from your phone. Let's say you already created it. Let's say you want to send the information, you want to get some information from your computer, it can as well allow you. You can even play some of the slides and see how it can actually work for you. It is just like that. If it rotates, it is showing us how it is going to be playing. So it is just moving like that. It has rotated our screen. So specifically, that is how it can do it for us, and we can even stop the slideshow. So that is actually how you can create a presentation. For more others, you can actually look through, go on looking for other items into this one. You can also use a pen. They are also there. There are many items we can work with. It's been Henry the Computer Guy. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.